Vila Becken, the rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. And I am somewhat melancholic. I've been melancholic about this for a while. This news isn't new. It came out, a week or so ago, that Mad Magazine is not going to be publishing new work anymore. It's still 75 years of publication history over, gone, and I think destroyed by progressives who just made it not funny. Like every cover was another hilarious cover showing how stupid Trump was. Look at Trump, he's silly. Now, don't get me wrong. Trump is a comedic figure. Undeniably, he's a comedic figure. But there are so many comedic figures, and here's really the thing. If your humor comes from hatred, as all of it does, because, okay, we get it. Entertainment industry, we get it. Yeah, really, super don't like Donald Trump. We know that, okay? You have very subtly mentioned it, and it's come out slightly in your work for the last few years. When I say slightly, subtly, I am being sarcastic. You're doing a horrible job. So, Mad Magazine is ending production, and again, I'm sad about it because it's been a part of my life. My son had a subscription to Mad Magazine. I enjoyed him having a subscription to Mad Magazine, but it's like I haven't read it for years, and I picked one up recently, and about a year or so ago, and yeah, it's like a lot of anti-Trump stuff, and it was okay. But here's the thing. Mad Magazine is in a position where it could be and should be perhaps the best-selling periodical magazine in the world. And it really could be. It could come back tomorrow as a #1 bestseller by doing a couple of really, kind of simple, obvious things. Firstly, I would say we are in a cultural war. We're in a cultural war. There's a cultural divide. I think, it really depends on how much you think traditional values are good or are they bad. That's really what it boils down to. If you think they're ultimately a plus or a minus. Again, if you're a creationist, you believe if you're religious, you probably go on one side of the cultural war. If you're not, you probably go on the other. Whatever, but it's a very broad-based term. But I think there's a real need for a funny biting satirical magazine, or any funny biting satirical humor. But the first policy is you can't make fun of somebody on the other side of you in the cultural war, because all you're going to do is have your hatred come out, and you're like, your anger, and it's not funny, it's not fun, it's not funny. So it doesn't work. But if Mad Magazine decided to lampoon the times we live in, not just one specific aspect, but everything, they lampoon every political side of the equation and more beyond, it would be a #1 bestseller, because there is, about 50 million Americans alone who are starved of entertainment that they could read without being irritated. There's a massive market, and it is not like there's not any source material to go for. In fact, if you want to try this idea out, do a Mad Magazine special lampooning the news media. Do that, and lampoon Fox, lampoon CNN, Jim Acosta is an incredible comedic figure, but you got to have something that is taboo in publishing nowadays, which they say they want, but they really don't. They say they want diversity. It will take diversity, and they say they want diversity. But when they say they want diversity, they really want uniformity, which is very sad. But if you had diverse people with diverse opinions creating Mad Magazine, and so you could have a purple-haired transgendered being and a red-hatted MAGA supporter sitting on the same train, looking at the same magazine, reading the same thing, and both laughing. Because again, if you're going to lampoon your own side, there's always like an endearingness to it. It was the opposite of mean spirited. It's a well meaning. It's a warm spirited humor, which I think is just inherently stronger. So, and if they did that, I guarantee, if they did that, Mad Magazine would be the #1 bestseller. And it's a real tragedy they're not going to do. It's a tragedy on many levels. But the biggest tragedy is maybe a broad-based humor magazine skewering everything could bring the sides together somehow, which is, I think, what we all, I would say, sane people would really, really want. My name is Sheila Beck, the Rabbi from Another Planet. Please like, share, and subscribe. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. And let me know what you think, because I think this is a great idea. Let me know what you think. Share the video. Let me know your comments. And I'll be back for another video soon, because Comic-Con is here. We're going to hear a lot of stuff that I'm going to have to talk about. Bye.